Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be retouching this image by Prince Meyson. I got this image on YouTube when I was going through his channel. He left a link to this image on one of his videos, so I decided to download and then give it a try. You can check out his page and also download his image and then give it a try too. Now this tutorial is going to be in 3 parts. This particular part we're going to be talking about frequency separation. In the next video is going to be about dodge and burn, and in the third video we're going to be talking about color correction. Now we're not going to take too much time in retouching this video because I've got other videos on my channel where I spoke a lot about frequency separation, so this is just to demonstrate how I would retouch an image by Prince Meyson. So if you don't really have much knowledge about frequency separation, just check out my YouTube channel and find my other videos where I spoke more about frequency separation, and then just follow up to learn more about how it is done. So yeah, let's go ahead and retouch this image. So this is the image you would see. This is how I processed my image with Camera Raw when I downloaded the raw file. Now if I turn this off, this is what you get when you download the image from the link. Then with the help of Camera Raw, I processed it to this point for retouching. So, and I must also mention that I have already removed some blemishes from her skin. Now that's what I normally do before I start frequency separation. So I have already removed the blemishes. I did that by using the healing brush tool. It can be found just right here. So you just use it to remove some spots on your skin before you start your frequency separation. Yep. Now I will go ahead and then just play my frequency separation action, which is here. So just tap on it. Now this is really fast. It makes frequency separation a bit faster for you. You don't have to go through the process of creating your layers and all. So at this point I have to choose my radius. Now what I'll do is I'll just push the slider a bit until the blemishes on the skin begins to disappear. So I'll just do that now. Just increase it. Yep, I think 10 looks good. At this point I do not see any blemishes on the skin. Everything begins to disappear. Yep, so I'll just hit my OK button and I'm good to go. So I would select my low frequency layer, then I'll select my mixer brush tool, and at the top these are my go-to settings for mixer brush tool. Normally my width I leave it at 30, load I leave it at 30, mix I leave it at 100, and then my flow normally ranges from 20 to 30, but today's tutorial I'm going to be going with 30. So yeah, it all depends on the image you are working on. Every image and how you set up your tools for it. So I'll just zoom in my image and then I'll start from her forehead. I don't know why, but mostly when I'm retouching my images I normally start from the forehead. I don't know why. I just I just love retouching from the forehead. So I'll just go ahead and begin to mix her skin. Just like this. Now I'm going to be a bit fast because I don't want to take too much time retouching this image. I mean, taking too much time in mixing her skin, so I'll just be a little bit fast in doing it. Like I said, if you do not have much knowledge or do not understand the basics of frequency separation, you can just check out my page. I've got other videos where I spoke about frequency separation. So like I said, I'll be a bit fast in doing this. Now do not rush when you're doing when you're mixing your skin. The aim of frequency separation is to get an even skin tone while still maintaining a very natural skin texture. Now you should do it in such a way that your image do not look very cartoonish or look very plastic. Yeah, you should do it in such a way that when someone sees your image and then the person comes across your model outside, or the person you retouch his or her image, the person should still recognize who it is. Don't do it in such a way that when I see the model outside, I will not be able to recognize the model if I should see him again or her again in an image. So yeah, I'll just continue to mix my skin. Now while doing your mixing, try as much as possible to make tiny short strokes. Do not brush, do not make very big brushes, do not make very big strokes. If not, you would be brushing from, you'll be mixing up shadows and different colors of the skin. So, and while doing that, to try as much as possible not to brush from shadows into highlights and from highlights into shadows. Try as much as possible to brush or mix them separately. For example, if you check on a chin, what I'm going to do is I'll just mix in the highlights just like this, then I'll mix in the shadows just like this. So yep, I'm almost done. Like I said, I don't want to take too much time in doing this, so I'm almost done. I'll just mix or brush a little bit on her neck just like this, and from these parts of her shoulders. Yeah, I think I'm done. So let me just turn these do a bit just so let me just turn these on and off. I'll just zoom this out. I'll just turn this on and off. Now you can see the difference that this has made. Now this is not the best, but I had to speed up because it was a tutorial and I didn't want us to take too much time. So what I'll do next is I'll select my high frequency layer and I'll go back to select my healing brush tool again, zoom in my image, and at this point I want to remove those other spots that are still on her skin. Now one thing I have to mention too is try as much as possible not to remove every single spot you see on her skin. Try to leave some natural spots or natural marks that you see on her skin. For example, this particular mark that you see on her nose is natural, so I'm not going to remove it. I'm going to leave it just like that, and I'll continue to take out as much blemishes as possible, but not everything. I'll make sure I leave those that are natural. So now do not be in a hurry to do this, just take your time and try to get a very good image, a very good blend of the skin texture. So I'll just do this. Yep, so I think I'm done. This looks okay for me. let me zoom in again. So if I toggle these layers off and on, off and on. So yeah, this is it for today's tutorial. This is how I would retouch these images in frequency separation. Like I mentioned before, I did not really take much time to do this because I wanted it to be fast so that I will not take too much time. So check out for the next video where we're going to be talking about dodge and burn, and then the other video where we'll be talking about color correction. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Kindly subscribe to my channel, leave a comment and share so that anytime there's an upload you could get notifications and other things. Yep. And also try to practice as much as you can, because practice is what is going to make you perfect. Thank you once again. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week and see you in my next video. Goodbye.